GIMP is a free and open source image editor that I've honestly never used before, but I just found this thing called PhotoGIMP. It's basically a patch that makes GIMP look and feel way more like Photoshop. So let's see how it compares to Photoshop. I mainly use Photoshop for making my thumbnails, so let's recreate this one. Enough talking, it looks pretty simple, only a few layers and shouldn't take too much time. Ctrl N for a new file. I'm using default Photoshop shortcuts. Why? Because it's a Photoshop with a mustache. The first thing we need to recreate this thumbnail is this background. 222D2D. Easy. How do I insert new fill layer or solid color? Create a new layer, create a new group, create a duplicate. To insert new fill layer, create a new layer, select the bucket tool, change the color, and let's move the Photoshop here so it can donate the features to GIMP. Just kidding. Fair enough. Let's start with this big text and type cheated. Wait, I typed R instead of D. Why can't I select it? Hold on. Every text in GIMP is basically its own layer. Okay. Wait, what is this? Oh, the inner rectangle changed the perspective, and the outer rectangle resizes it. Yikes! Unified transform. What if I close? What? It reset everything? I have to do all of that again? Alright, let's move on to this first cat. That says monkey type. First, insert the shape. But where is the shape tool? I'm looking everywhere. In Photoshop, you select this shape tool or click letter U. Select the selection tool or the GFIG filter, as a GIMP does not have dedicated vector shape tool. What? Create a new layer, set the fill to transparency, throw the selection, select the bucket tool and dump it. Oh, it has rounder corners. Let's move on to the monkey type logo. I'm copying this to see how removing background looks like. Is this magic wand tool? It's called VESI select tool. Will Ctrl X work? Oh yes, it worked. I see some imperfections, but let's ignore that now. Definitely a skill issue. Is this centered? Definitely not. I get an idea. If I use this anchor point as a guide, I can center it. Oh yeah. If I have a text layer and I wanted to change the font, later it resizes back to its original. Let's organize this. Hold Shift to select multiple layers. Would Ctrl G work? Nope. Let's do it the manual way. What? It puts every single layer into a separate group. In Photoshop, when you press Ctrl G, it throws all the selected layers into one group. Easy peasy. Fast forward, I copied and pasted the remaining two layers. Honestly, I kind of like this method. Alright, next is this giant Python logo. I've got to resize it carefully or it will lose quality. Whoa, what happened? I just removed the group. I have no idea what I'm doing. I hate it. Let's move on to text 604. Select it, change the color, resize it, put it right here. Next, the word per minute text. Drop it here. Wow, check this out. Beautiful design. Let's add the final ingredient, shadows. To add a shadow effect, select the layer, go to Filters, Light and Shadow, and select Drop Shadow. Wait, I'm not seeing any shadow. Oh, it doesn't affect the whole group. In Photoshop, when you have multiple layers in a group, you can add the effect directly. This is gonna take ages, man. And we're done, I guess. Look at the final result. Oh, one more thing, the vignette effect. Go to top menu and select Filters, Light and Shadow and Vignette. Filters, Light and Shadow, Vignette. Look at this simple menu. And finally, let's export and compare both designs side by side. Look at them and tell me which one would you click. This is the GIMP design and this is the Photoshop one. Why it's so blurry? The problem is that GIMP doesn't have smart objects. That's why when you resize the text, it loses its quality. And look how well organized GIMP is compared to Photoshop. Alright guys, I definitely didn't use all the tools to their full potential, and honestly, a lot of the mess was just a skill issue on my part. My brain was completely hardwired to look for Photoshop workflow, and I kept expecting PhotoGIMP to operate exactly the same way. When it didn't, I fumbled. But to be fair, even though it looks the part is still GIMP under the hood, which means there are some huge things Photoshop has that you just won't find here. Like no smart objects, meaning resizing text or layers completely destroys the quality. No adjustment layers. In Photoshop, you can stack non-destructive colors and lighting adjustments. Here, once you apply an effect, it gets baked directly into the base layer. No built-in AI tools. Photoshop is packed with insanely fast generative fill and AI object selection tools, while open source software like this requires doing things the old manual way. In terms of price, PhotoGIMP is the absolute best, but in almost every other area, it falls way behind and it's honestly the worst of the two. Goodbye.